So I made it through the night. Man, it got cold. Apparently there is an art to getting into a two-person hammock by yourself. Anyway, I'll touch on that later. I had a whole gaggle, I think that's what they're called. It's a bunch of geese. Kept me up. Literally like 100 yards from where I'm camping. All night long. They don't shut up. Like for real, they don't shut up. Anyway. So it's about 7:30. And I figured if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm hunting the same oak thicket, probably about 50 yards down from camp, give or take. I've literally got, I think, 3 rubs right in front of me. So hopefully we get it done before this storm moves in today around noon. Because I gotta get a lot of firewood. I'll show you these rubs. There's one right there. One right there. And then there's one on the other side of that dead fir tree. But I passed several more coming up in here. So I don't know what the moon was like, but I know the few times I got up, it seemed bright enough for them to be moving and feeding all night long. So they could start showing up about the time the stock market opens. So, but anyway, gotta keep my head on the swivel, y'all. I'll check back with y'all later. We got a dog coming in. Alright, so to give y'all a little update. I got back in camp about, 10 o'clock. And got a bunch of firewood over here. I'm fixing to get this sawing and getting it underneath here. By the way, I went on ahead and cooked up this other steak, so I hope y'all don't mind. I'm hungry, and I'm so glad I didn't eat this other one. Anyway, so another thing I did is, as you can tell, this heat reflective tarp that was on the front is over here. So I had to play it out. Am I losing heat versus blocking the wind? Because the wind is blowing straight out of the east. And I think I made the right decision. I pulled this other tarp. I pulled it all the way over. I've still got this one heat reflective tarp up above me, so it's hot. It's hot. But there's supposed to be this storm. The wind's not going to let up, so I don't want it blowing up into here. And I'd say I've got about 90% of the wind blocked at the moment. This is staked down at the bottom. I'm probably going to add 1 or 2 more paracords and stake it down and pull it on down. Let's see how this leftovers. horrible. Just horrible. I guess that was a bit of gristle or something right there. I'm kind of wondering if just my activities alone have pushed the deer out of this little area I'm in. I seen that one doe this morning, and it could have been a small buck. I couldn't tell. He almost acted like he was moving pretty good at first when I first seen him. Then he slowed down, and then I seen another smaller doe through the woods. It's just too thick to. I just barely saw her. So yeah, I may be in for the day. Like I said, I'm gonna cut up some. I'm gonna eat this first. Eat this and then cut up some firewood. Heck, I can pull it underneath here and cut it up as I need it. So that's basically it in a nutshell. Yes, I have been on the stock market today, day trading. Made a nice little lick of a ticker PACV. I forgot I'd even set an order to sell it. I'm glad I did. So not only did I turn a nice little profit, but I still have a good 40% of my shares left. So the rest of those are free shares. I made my investment back, made a profit. Who knows? It could be skyrocketing right now, or it could be tanking. It's the penny market. Who knows? But anyway, let me check off here. Get to eating this and get back to work. I'll hit y'all back up here. I won't forget about you. I do have the rifle over here close by, just in case old big boy wants to stick his head out for me. He might get a little activity before this storm comes in, or they might be buttoning down the hatches like I am right now. Anyway, we'll see. Alright, y'all. The rain is here. And anytime you can take an opportunity to collect some cleaning water, some drinking water, well, nothing else better out there than rainwater. So a big pot will be some drinking water. Here in a minute I'll empty it into one of my jugs. The other one is the yams. I saved those because there was a good little bit left last night, and I forgot what time I got up, and I had me a little midnight snack after warming them up. That's my only unclean pot. But anyway, yeah. So as you can see, it's just about topped off. So I'm gonna get up and empty this other jug, and I've got this over here that's collecting as well. Years ago, my wife and I went on I don't remember why, maybe it was just the opportunity, but we literally used rainwater to make a big old thing of cream of wheat. And I boil it up, drop the cream of wheat in there and get her done. And you got to drop some sugar in there too. But it was jam up. Uh-oh. It is overflowing. So anyway, I'm going to take care of that real quick. Oh yeah, I just went and checked on the boat. Everything's fine. Got water in it, no big deal. Anyway, so apparently last night went too good because I had to lower this down like this to allow wind in so I wasn't getting smoked out by my own campfire. Anyway, I'm up. I've had some granola bars while I was getting dressed. Anyway, I spooked a small buck that was just right over there. I don't think I'd have shot him. But anyway, we're about to roll out. Man, they have just rubbed this area. I passed 3 coming up in here. And there's a fresh one coming up. It wasn't here yesterday. So I've done moved spots. I've got a scrape that's been here for years and used for years. I don't know, about 50 yards behind me and to my right. And then I've got another one, maybe 100 yards off to my right, but I've got a high line out in front of me. And as soon as I sat down, I had a buck, decent size. I probably would have shot him if I couldn't stop him. He was chasing a doe, so they're still running around out here. Anyway, what I did want to tell y'all is a little camp hack. It sucks getting out of a hammock when it's 35 degrees and you've got to put on cold clothes. So, one thing I've learned is that if you take some of your normal stuff, your inner layers, your wool socks, your thermals, and you at least put them in the sleeping bag with you, down there by your feet, they will at least stay body temperature for when you want to put them on. And then you've got a warm layer over your colder layers as you get out. Been doing it for years. And then two, and maybe some of you already know that. And then two, I'm by no means an expert on deer hunting, but what I have seen from watching deer is that just like us at our households, they are in tune with their household sounds. So you've got all these people, they'll rake pathways, they'll do all kinds of stuff to make sure they don't make a sound. Well, listen to what's going on out there. When you're hunting, you've got squirrels running all over the place. You've got turkeys running around. If y'all see a deer behind me, let me know. What I'm getting at is that it's not a bad thing to make noise when you're walking out to your stand, your blind, wherever you're going to hunt. Now, I'm not saying just be stomping, walking out there. But what you don't want to do is break branches or step on twigs and stuff on the ground. You set off one of those, and it's like a 3-stage alarm. Every deer that heard it, its head just popped up. Because if you'll notice, except for like squirrels when they're running and chasing and doing their thing, they're the only thing that breaks limbs, aside from bears. Wolves and coyotes can, but they don't really do that. And I tell you, sometimes I've even, when it's really, really dry and the leaves have fallen, I'll just do a turkey sound, walking to my stand just here and there. I noticed I don't have any deer blowing at me. And that's another thing. Just because a deer blows, especially during the pre-rut and the rut, it doesn't necessarily mean your hunt is over. These does have been getting chased left and right, and they just don't like it at times. Not until they're ready. Typical, huh? So it just doesn't necessarily mean that your hunt is over. Now, she gets to start stomping and blowing, and then she's running off and blowing. Well, now you might have a problem. But anyway, let me get off here. I need to check the stock market anyway. All right, y'all. So I called it quits a day early. Reason being, wife is in a lot of pain from a surgery she had a few weeks ago. So it was discussed, but it looks like she's in some more pain. I got boys at the house, and I felt like I needed to be home, set an example for them, and do what I can for her. Anyway, so, I told you I had this deer dolly, and you missed it. You had to have been there. But I had to get my boat unstuck, and I literally was doing it in my leaky boots, shorts, and a t-shirt. So it was chilly. But I got that done, and then I literally loaded everything up on this deer dolly and used some old paracord. Just because I'm back home doesn't mean I'm not going hunting, because was off for 17 days, and I'm gonna get it in. Matter of fact, it was funny. When the spot I pulled the boat up to and I walked out, I seen a beautiful 12 point. Him and a doe ran off, so it looked like he had her locked down. Anyway, but I will be back out there again in the morning, most likely. If not, Thursday is looking pretty good for the wind. So I'm fixing to get in here, take a shower, and then we've kind of got a ritual. Once we get through camping, we go hit up Sonic, and that's what I'm about to go do once I get out of these leaky boots, because I'm still in them. Let me see here. Oh yeah, that's the money shot right there. Anyway, catch y'all later.